Madam Clerk, would you open the courtroom for us, please?
The State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everyone.
Al Burke. Kevin Thomas. Mr. Burke?
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, we on the record. This is case number 23-142800. Beaumont Health versus Kenneth Thomas. Date and time for pretrial. Could I have your respective appearances, gentlemen?
Thank you, Your Honor. Al Burke, P69068, attorney for Beaumont Health.
Your name, sir?
Kenneth Thomas.
All right, gentlemen, discovery closed on June the 10th. Where are we on this file?
Your Honor, maybe another quick breakout session with your permission would resume. If
All right,
we,
but I'll give you a second. I'll put you back in the breakout.
you.
Hang on, we'll see if we can't get you guys in the breakout room, and then we'll see what's going on from there. Breakout rooms. So Al Burke, room 6. Kenneth Thomas, room 6. Okay. There. Maves, Maves. I don't see her. Only names. I should be there.
Hello,
Hello, what is your name?
Carl Boyd.
Hold on, please.
Yes, sir.
Should be able to get started right away.
Okay, thank you. How you doing today?
I'm not bad. Yourself?
And I'm blessed.
Good. Let's get Mr. Roosman in here and see if we can't get started.
Thank you.
752. Mr. Burke?
Your Honor, Mr. Thomas is making his way back in the room, and the first thing he said to me was he hired. Can you hear me?
No, I froze up for a minute. Let me put you on. Let's see, I got Mr.
I may have to.
Okay, I got a couple other guys here. I'll put them back in the waiting room.
Thank you.
Mr. Rosen, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room. Mr. Boyd, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room. I'll finish this other case and I'll get right back to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Boyd, go ahead. I'm Mr. Burke, go ahead.
Mr. Thomas immediately told me that he hired an attorney, Your Honor, and I
Well, let
believe him. I just don't want to talk to him further if he has one.
me get him back here.
Thank you.
He isn't seen him returning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close my breakout rooms. Hopefully that'll return him here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's here now.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, let's recall your file, gentlemen. This is file 23-142-800. This is Beaumont Health versus Kenneth Thomas. You gentlemen were in a breakout room. I understand, Mr. Thomas, you have retained counsel. Is that correct?
Yes.
Who is that attorney?
George Cirkin.
All right, have that attorney file the appearance. The appearance is a document by which the attorney is in the case. Until that happens, you are without counsel. Do you understand that?
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you guys a new date. Have you, and you pass this on to your lawyer, Mr. Thomas. Your new date will be July 11th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I apologize, Your Honor, I apologize. I have a conflict with that week. May we do the 18th? Is that one
That's
week
fine.
from?
July the 18th, it'll be then.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The defendant has retained counsel. Have that counsel file the appearance, sir. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
all right.
gentlemen. July 18th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, we can go somewhere different. I can't remember.
All right. We are back on the record. Calling file number 23-145-752, Credit Acceptance Corporation versus Carl Boyd. Appearances, please.
Judge, may I please court? I'm attorney Richard Russo, my bar number 35222. I'm the attorney for the record for the plaintiff, and I'm the attorney for the plaintiff today.
And what is your name, sir?
Carl Boyd.
Mr. Boyd, are you intending to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes.
You have an absolute constitutional right to do that. What you do not have is the right to your own set of rules of civil procedure, your own rules of evidence, and your own statutes. If you would like to represent yourself, as is your constitutional right, the same rules that are binding on the attorney are binding on you. You understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Rusin, this is our first pretrial. What is your case about?
Judge, it's a automobile deficiency balance whereby I see from my client's records that Mr. Boyd at one time purchased a car that was financed by the Credit Acceptance Corporation. There were some payments made on the car note. Then there was a default in payments made on the car note. Then the car was repossessed. The car was sold. This is the deficiency balance owed on the car note of $20,106.17, Judge.
And what's your position on this, Mr. Boyd?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
What is your position on this?
I can't hear you.
What is your position on this?
Oh, I guess I'm guilty.
All right, you guys want to go somewhere in the chat room
How
and
you cut it up?
talk about a judgment?
It's on there.
Hold on, I can't hear you, Your Honor. Cut it up.
I don't know why everybody else can. Try turning up your volume.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can barely hear you.
Mr. Rusin, are you having any trouble hearing me?
I have absolutely no trouble hearing you, Judge.
All right. Okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open your written discovery. I'm going to give you a return date. Your return date with me will be July 11 at 10 o'clock. Does that work for everybody?
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
Okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you into a chat room where you can have a conversation. If you work the file out, come back to me. If not, I'll see you July 11th at 10 o'clock, and your written discovery is now open. If you can't settle the case, you don't need to come back today. Just come back to me if you settle. Let me get you into a chat room so you can have your conversation. All right, this is gonna be Richard Rusin. 4, Mays. 4. Okay, 1. Just hit join. Just hit join, Mr. Boyd. There you go. Mr. Johnson,
Oh, good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. You've got security credit versus Brittany Chisholm.
That's correct.
Okay, I don't have your opponent as of yet. I wanted to let you know that I knew you were here.
Okay.
Back
Thank
to
you.
the- Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The 20th century was a Raekwon Williams reaches back several centuries in English music history for talents to create his own fantasia by Jonas Ballard. Sir Adrian Goldman, the one that sent me a description for us today, and their music, WRC Jana.
Mr. Rusin?
Judge, may I please call I'm back on that Carl Boyd matter?
Yeah, where's Mr. Boyd?
And as I said,
Let me see
but
if
I
I,
can't,
let me see if I can get him back. Yeah, get him back to the main session here.
all right.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to close the rooms to get him back, so it'll take about 60 seconds.
That's right.
Right, like you say, you should be responsible.
All right, we're back
Yes.
on the record. This is 23-145-752 credit acceptance versus Carl Boyd. Gentlemen, were you able to settle your case?
Judge, may I please court Richard Gruesome for the plaintiff. Judge, while the case is in recess, I discussed the merits of the case with defendant, and I have, the parties will enter into a consent judgment, in the amount of $100 per month, beginning July 13th, 2023. Mr. Boyd gave me his email address in the breakout room. I'm going to email him a copy of the proposed order. I will tell him now in the record that he needs to review it, sign it. If he's got any questions, he can call my office, and if he's got no questions after he signs it, he can scan it and email it back to my office so that I can in turn file it with the court before the next pretrial, which is going to be on July.
11. Okay. Mr. Boyd, you heard all of those things?
Yes,
You gentlemen agree to the terms of resolution?
yes.
All right, then I'll look forward to your closing documents, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge. I rest.
Safe out here. We're off
Okay,
the. We are on the record calling file number 22200701. The file is entitled West Bend Mutual Insurance Company versus Andrew Lackhart. By a notice dated May 23rd, 2023, that's Lockhart, excuse me. The matter set to hearing today at 10 o'clock on plaintiff's motion to reinstate case and enter default judgment. It's now after 10:25, neither party having appeared. The motion to reinstate is denied.
Just a second.
We are on the record calling file number 23147-156. The file is entitled Security Credit Services versus Brittany Chisholm. By a notice dated May 22nd, 2023, and sent to the parties on that date, this matter is set for pretrial today, June 13th at 10 o'clock. It's now 10:30. Could I have your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Brad Johnson, P75416, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Plaintiff has appeared, defendant has failed to appear. No good cause for that failure having been shown. It's now after 10:30. The default of the defendant is hereby entered. We'll send that on out to you today, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Be safe.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Al Roger, when they wanted to. The Austrian American people would want to flag on during World War One, Wittgenstein. Rebels in this, for the government. It's not very straightforward. And the second tag itself is using by Virginia. The Alberni String Quartet with Virginia Black playing the keyboard instrument of the harmonium. It was 47, accompanying a bag of tubs. The listeners of WRCJ. Today's the third day of the week, only mid-60s Fahrenheit, about 18 Celsius. Our afternoon high temperature, and then we warm up this particular week. And further into the weekend, upper 70s to about 80 Fahrenheit. 25 Celsius range here in the southeast Michigan and southern Ontario. 90.9 WRCJ FM and HD1 before to the end of our fiscal year at 90.9 FM. And asking you to make your annual gift or start a new WRCJ. Every dollar counts. And we're so grateful for your help and we'll invest all of your support into great music. That's all we do. Start a monthly gift at 866-909-9725 or join us at donate. WRCJFM.org. It's 909-9725 or WRCJFM.org. And thanks.
Your source for classical and jazz. 90.9 WRCJFM and HD1 Detroit.
It can't be work on midday music. Taking Tuesday, I'm giving you a conflict to it. Stay with us here. And the BBC music host and commentator.
Mr. McCardle.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Great. Mr. Melder.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm fine, but a little frustrated.
All right, my life. Let's call your case. Let's see where we are.
All right.
We are on the record with 23-141-460. JH Liquidating Trust versus Leah Hawkins. This appears to be our second pretrial here. Your appearances, gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jim McCardle on behalf of the plaintiff.
Bar number.
Sanford Melder, the law firm of Melder and Melder, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Are either of you gentlemen members of the State Bar of Michigan?
I am, Your Honor.
And you probably have P numbers.
I do.
Care to share?
Of course. 82443.
Mr. Melder?
23607.
Now, you're frustrated. What's going on?
So, Judge, we were here on May 16th.
Correct.
And I alerted the court and Mr. McCardle that, in fact, my client believed she had paid this debt to a prior law firm on a collection account. I had my client go down to the 36th district. She pulled some documents. I sent those initially to Mr. McCardle. Mr. McCardle then said, well, it would be nice. Initially, what I sent was a satisfaction of judgment with this plaintiff's name on it from a prior collection lawsuit in the 36th. Mr. McCardle got that about a week ago. He sends me an email that says it would be nice to show if you could show proof of payment. So about, hold on a minute, on June the 8th, I sent Mr. McCardle showing that on a garnishment, they took all of this money, prior law firm, from my client's account, and I sent that to Mr. McCardle. I spoke to Mr. McCardle yesterday and I said, hey, you need to dismiss this case. It's costing my client money. She's paid this lawsuit. She's not going to pay it twice. You're subjecting your client to, in my opinion, a lawsuit potentially for this. And the response I got was, in essence, I haven't heard from my client and I can't do anything until I do.
Mr. McCardle.
Your Honor, as soon as I got the information from Mr. Melder, I forwarded it on. Our client's reviewing it, but as I'm sure the court can appreciate, because we were not the firm that was handling the previous litigation, we have to go through both the old firm as well as our client. So as soon as Mr. Melder gave me that documentation, I forwarded it to our home office, which is dealing with our client, and now we're simply waiting for a response from our client. I would assume this is going to go away. But I do not have the authority to unilaterally dismiss this until my client has reviewed the information that Mr. Melder has given me, and he did give it to me, and I did forward it the minute I got it, but I have not heard back from my client yet.
Okay, here's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys another date, and I'm gonna suggest, Mr. Melder, that another thing that might be useful would be for you to have your client provided to you from the court a copy of the complaint in that prior litigation. Because that might resolve any questions that might be outstanding. So let's see you guys back here July 11th. In the meantime, let's not spend any more time or money on the file. This is a file we
Judge,
plan to kill.
if I may interrupt for a second, I am going to be out of town through the 15th of July. And as Mr. Melder, well, Mr. Melder's going to be out that week, I do believe.
Your Honor, yeah, I will be back in town on the I'm sorry. In the 24th, Judge.
Then we'll do it on the 25th.
At what time, Your Honor?
11 o'clock like today.
Okay.
Respectfully, Judge, I'd like to make a suggestion, if I may.
Please.
Can we set that as a trial date?
I don't want to set a trial date for something that's not going to be a trial. And it's going to be one of two things. If it's not dismissed, then you've got to file a motion for summary disposition. Either way, it's not going to be a trial date.
All right, I'm just trying to, help move my client along. She's getting pretty frustrated. And
Well,
I understand, I'm not
part of our
Mr.
business.
McCardle, but it's and I appreciate the courts trying to move us along and take us quickly. And I thank you very much for that as well.
Your Honor, in the event that I get a response from my client that says to dismiss this case, I am not going to hesitate to file a dismissal, and I would certainly copy Mr. Melder so he has the soonest notice as possible on that. So I'm not going to drag my feet and wait till that hearing date if we in fact are going to dismiss.
Okay, gentlemen, good to know. July 25th, gentlemen. Hopefully,
Thank you, Judge.
See you again on this file.
Thank you,
11
Judge.
o'clock, Your Honor?
At 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Have a nice
Thank you.
day.
Be safe. What is your name? Hello?
Hello,
What is your name?
Tamara Mitchell.
Hold on for a second. I have your other side. We can get started.
Okay.
We're connecting him up to audio.
Okay.
Hang on for just a second. Let's try to bring him back, put him back in the waiting room. Let's see if we can't do a little bit better getting him out of here now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. At least I have video. Mr. Rusin, can you hear me? Now we're connecting him to audio again. Now we got it.
All right.
You didn't come through last time. We are on the record calling 23141-910 LVNV funding versus Tamara Mitchell. Your appearances.
Judge, may it please court, I am Attorney Richard Grusin. I'm the attorney of record for the plaintiff. My bar number is 35222, and today I am the attorney of record for the plaintiff in this pretrial.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Tamara Mitchell.
Okay, this is our third pretrial. Is our written discovery done?
Well, they say third time's a charm. So, I say that because apparently my notes tell me that today the parties have agreed to enter into a conditional dismissal whereby the defendant will pay the sum of $1,968.66 in monthly installments of $60 per month beginning June 30th, 2023, and then each month thereafter. Now, I'm told that defendant, Tamara Mitchell, doesn't have an email address, so my staff tells me they are mailing out this conditional dismissal in today's mail for her to review, sign, and she can either fax it back to me, sign, or she can put it in the mail, again, signed, and then once I'm in receipt of it, Judge, I will in turn hand file that document with you at the court to close this case.
Ms. Mitchell, you agreed to those terms?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got some paperwork coming, and what you need to do is to sign it and return it as soon as you get it, okay?
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes,
Sure.
ma'am.
When this is all paid off and all of this is done, if this is showing up on my credit report, can this be removed off my credit report?
Well, that's a good question. I'm advised that my client really doesn't do much with credit reporting, madam. So therefore, I'm of the belief right now from my client that they don't have this on your credit report. Now, the original creditor, who I see was Citibank, my client's not Citibank. But what will show on this case is that this case that has the 36th District Court case number of 23141-910 GC will show as paid settled, and that's the way it should be. And that'll be a good thing. That has good rehabilitative effect. So you asked a short question, I gave you a long answer, and that's what I got for you.
Okay? So
Okay.
here's what I'm going to do. Not expecting to see you. I am going to give you both a July 11th at 11 o'clock return date. I do not expect to see you on that date because I expect the paperwork to be completed prior to that time. But
Okay.
just in case we don't, July 11th at 11 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thanks for coming in. Let's be safe.
All right,
All
thank
right,
you, Judge.
thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's have them on. Well, I see the circus has come to town.
The circus.
Let's get everybody in and figure out where we're going here. I had Miss Burkhart and she's gone.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was trying to tell my kids to be quiet.
Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, I take it you were all here on the same case. Case currently known as WE Transport LLC versus City of Detroit. Is that correct?
I'm here for that one.
You're here for that one.
No,
Mr.
Your
House,
Honor.
I
you
am
are-
not.
I don't know why you're here. Mr. House, you're muted. Are you here for that case?
Yeah, me and Ashley are on that case.
Okay. And Mr. Adams, are you here on that case?
No, sir. Now here with Mr. Lynch on the KSI Holdings case. He has the case number and we were told to come back. We have a settlement. We've agreed. We've signed
All right.
settlement documents.
All
I
right.
think.
Okay, hang on. And who is Latitude E6230?
Linda Gadsden, I have a case scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning.
No, ma'am, you do not.
Today is the 13th.
That matter was dismissed this morning, ma'am. You're all set. You guys apparently went to the circuit court on that file. The case here was dismissed. The court entered that order today. So you're all set, ma'am.
May I ask one question, Your Honor?
Ma'am,
Was it dismissed with prejudice?
I don't believe so. Because this, as I recall, this was the case you guys had a dispute about the it's really a quiet title action. And I believe that action was brought in the circuit court where it should have been brought in the first place. Thank you for coming in, ma'am. You're all set. There's nothing else here in the 36th District Court for you on this file.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. All right, so let me have Mr. Adams and Mr. Lynch. Are you sure you got the right date, gentlemen? You're not on my docket today.
It was adjourned to today, but I faxed in a dismissal order yesterday. This is a 23.
What time did you
14.
fax it in? In the morning?
Yes, sir.
Because my recollection is I signed a dismissal on something yesterday morning. Let's see.
Perfect.
Let's see what's going on. Let me call my boss.
Judge, I'm checking the online register
All
of
right,
actions.
Joe. Yeah, you guys were dismissed as of yesterday,
Perfect.
indicating you had sent the facts in that the case has been settled, and I was waiting for your closing documents.
All right. Thank you,
Sounds
Your
good.
Honor.
Feel free to come
Thank
by
you,
and hang
Judge.
out anytime.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
Anytime you want to settle
Bye-bye.
cases, feel free.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye, Your Honor.
Thanks,
Take care.
guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
I'm gonna let you go. Whoops. Why would that happen? So I'm now down to both City of Detroit attorneys on file number 22198-271. Is that right?
That's right. I hope you're down to one attorney at the end of this, if we found another defendant to sue.
Okay, well, I don't have Mr. Burkhart as of yet.
Me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were for the city. All
No,
right.
that's okay.
Okay, so we got everybody done. Let's call your file, see what's going on here. Guys like me so much, they come back after their case is dismissed. This is file number 22198-271. WE Transport LLC versus City of Detroit. Appearances, please.
Yes, Ashley Burkhart on behalf of the plaintiff, We Transport,
Bar number.
74765.
Your Honor, Jesse Halpon, P66936, on behalf of defendant City of Detroit.
Ms. Burkhart, you have something to tell me.
Yeah, so we are still waiting on getting the summons back from the court so that we can serve the added defendants. We did a motion to amend to add, I believe, 4 defendants, and we haven't been able to serve them because we don't have the summons back yet from the court.
Okay, because my recollection is, let me see here. I seem to recall signing order for that.
Yes, you did. I believe you did grant the motion to amend.
Yeah, and I signed those back. Looks like on April the 18th and on May 16th. Yeah, I granted your motion to amend. Looks like I signed that order April 18th. Then we were next together and we gave the May 16th date to see how we were doing in terms of serving the other side. Looking at my file, I see a summons for a National Indemnity Company, a Creative Bus Sales Incorporated, a People's Transit LTD, Allstate Property and Casualty. And those summonses look like they were issued already. So I don't understand what's happening here.
We haven't received those summonses. Our office hasn't received those from the court to serve them. I mean, so I apologize if they were issued, but I haven't seen them in the file, and my staff.
This is what I'm going to suggest. Send a new set of summonses.
Okay.
For those newly added defendants. I will put a control date on the file, July the 11th at 11 o'clock for our next pretrial. Hopefully, Mr. Halfine will be out by that time, and you will have served at least some of the other defendants. If not, we'll deal with that eventuality when we get to it. Okay? Everybody's good?
I think so, yes.
All right. July the 11th, I'll see Ms. Burkhart. I expect by that time, Mr. Halfine, you will be no longer my problem.
I hope so, at least for this case.
Thanks, guys. Let's have a great day.
You too, bye.
We're off the record. Oops, so cancel that. And that's going to conclude our morning call.